Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you're doing well and you're having a great weekend. I just wanted to start off by saying thank you very much for all the support you've shown on the channel up till now. We're on 140 subscribers. If you are new here, hit subscribe and let's get right into today's video. So this video is actually a follow-on from the last video I made on MicroStrategy 3 weeks ago. Feel free to go and click the link in the top right corner to watch that one as well. So here's actually my portfolio just now. This is in my ISA account on Trading 212. If you haven't used Trading 212 yet and you want to start investing, use the link down below in the description. But as you can see, on the 14th of March I was at £1,658, and that's across the entirety of the portfolio. And I actually hold some stocks in there like Argo Blockchain, for example, that you can see that are down quite significantly. So a lot of the gains have actually came from MicroStrategy and the plays that I'm making here. I think at the moment I'm currently up £578 on my MicroStrategy play. I've actually moved some of the shares that I had in MicroStrategy across into the 3x long leverage trade on MicroStrategy as well, so we'll show you that at the moment. But you can also see that I have an average price of 1,288 on MicroStrategy. I bought it around 2.5 weeks ago, so it goes to show you the extreme growth that MicroStrategy has seen in the last 2 weeks alone. So this is a 3x long leverage trade that I've got. I'm currently down £889. I was up about £900 on this about a week and a half ago, but obviously Bitcoin took a dip, and we're going to talk about that just now as well. So Bitcoin obviously went on to hit all-time highs on the 13th of March, and this seen its price around about $73,000 per Bitcoin, which is insane. It then took a pullback and it's probably bottomed out around about $61,000. It's got some good support there at the moment. As you can see a bit further back at the start of March, it also bottomed at 61k, and right now it's pulled back upwards towards 65k at the moment. But if you take a quick look at this graph, you can see that Bitcoin is the best performing asset across the S&P 500, Nasdaq, gold, silver and bonds. Bitcoin is up 432% since August 2020, and as you can see at the bottom, this is actually when MicroStrategy adopted its Bitcoin strategy. So MicroStrategy is up significant amounts on its original investments, and this is because MicroStrategy has actually been building up its Bitcoin holdings since 2020. As you can see, they have 214,246 Bitcoins, and this gives them around about 1% of the total supply of Bitcoins. And MicroStrategy, as a result of their Bitcoin holdings going up, they've seen significant growth on their stock as well. As you can see, MicroStrategy is trading around about $1,523 at the moment, and I project it's going to go upwards towards 2,000, maybe even higher if Bitcoin even goes back to 73k. And this is because there's a lot of relative strength on the market at the moment for MicroStrategy. As you can see, when Bitcoin goes up around about 2%, MicroStrategy goes up 10%, and when Bitcoin goes down 5%, MicroStrategy actually tends to stay quite flat, and this is causing shorts to get absolutely burned. The reason this is actually happening is because MicroStrategy is almost like a direct Bitcoin play within the stock market. It's the closest you could probably get, with the exception of the ETFs, but the ETFs actually charge fees. MicroStrategy does not have any fees associated with buying its stock. So we're finding that MicroStrategy is probably the best investment to make if you want to invest directly into Bitcoin through the stock market. And people are becoming more and more aware of this as well, which is why we're seeing more people holding on to MicroStrategy even when Bitcoin dips, and more people buy in even when Bitcoin dips as well. We're also experiencing a small short squeeze on MicroStrategy. So what's happening? Because MicroStrategy is displaying relative strength, we're seeing people are shorting it as it's at a high price, and they think Bitcoin will do a correction, so therefore they'll short it expecting to make some money. But then what happens is Bitcoin goes down in price, and because there's so many people buying into MicroStrategy because they believe the Bitcoin halving's coming up and there's other factors that could push Bitcoin higher and therefore MicroStrategy higher, they're looking for them cheaper entries, and then we're seeing MicroStrategy not actually decreasing in price when Bitcoin goes down, and in turn a short squeeze is taking effect, and therefore it's going upwards and sometimes even just staying flat when Bitcoin is taking like 2% corrections. Michael Saylor as well is not showing any signs of slowing down with increasing his Bitcoin holdings. As you can see on screen, this guy is absolutely crazy for getting more Bitcoin in any way that he can. Another catalyst as well is that MicroStrategy is on its way to S&P 500 inclusion. This will see MicroStrategy go up in price, as when you buy the S&P 500, you're effectively buying a small part of MicroStrategy if they're part of it. You need to also be aware that we're at the start of the Bitcoin revolution. We're nowhere near where Bitcoin is going to end up in 10 or 15 years time, and there's still a lot of investments to take place also across the board from multiple different sectors. As you can see on the screen, Japan's government pension investment fund, one of the world's largest pension portfolios, has recently shown interest in exploring Bitcoin. So this again is a catalyst catalyst for Bitcoin and a catalyst in reality for MicroStrategy. Bitcoin as well is posed to do 100k this bull market cycle, so we could expect to see MicroStrategy's price go up even further again. So let's actually do another quick animation. MicroStrategy has a great potential to go further as a result of multiple things. Number 1, S&P 500 inclusion. Number 2, Bitcoin halving coming up. Number 3, increased holdings. Number 4, relative strength across MicroStrategy despite Bitcoin going down. And number 5, Bitcoin could hit 100k. So with all of this in mind, what is the price prediction for MicroStrategy? Well, if we take a quick look at this graph here, we can see over the next 52 weeks, MicroStrategy on average historically risen by 143% based on the past 25 years of stock performance. This gives MicroStrategy a price over the next year to be around about $3,000 upwards to $4,000, and this is entirely possible given the fact we've spoke about all of these catalysts already, and also that Bitcoin has a good growth rate ahead of it. Now, I want to leave you with this quote just as we round up the video. Volatility is the price you pay to outperform the stock market by 10x. What this means is you could expect MicroStrategy perhaps take certain dips in price, and this in turn is something you need to accept if you want to look at the long-term potential within the next year or two. You need to be able to hold and understand that this is going to perhaps happen, and look at the brighter picture, look ahead, what is all the catalysts, and realize there is great potential here for making money. Anyway guys, that was going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, do not forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. Obviously this is not investment advice, always do your own research, and again, if you want to sign up for Trading 212, there's a link down below in the description, and I will see you in the next one.